All right, great. Synchronous. Okay, all right. This is something that's been I talked about this before. We're going to it again. Why not, right? A refresher course. Spirit and Astral World corruption. So why are like the spirit guides are not always very good, or some are demonic beings? Um, you also have like elitist Illuminati spirit guides that are kind of controlling you. So it's good to at least maybe not have full understanding of your guides, but at least to put your intentions to clear out the energies around you. Oh yeah, this is a new background that doesn't work. It's supposed to be a green screen. It's not working. It's worse. So I have like a filter on right now, but anyway, they're going to tear it down anyway. I can't find any good backgrounds. They all suck. But anyway, try something different. Anyway, the spirit, back to the spirit world. So the corruption in the spirit world, you see how this world is as the paradise that it is. Our spirit world is linked to it. So obviously they want, people that are spiritually developing is, oh, my spirit guides are always going to be good. What if they're not? What if they're corrupt? I think that's more that happens more than you might think. Why do you think people like murder happens out of nowhere, possession occurs, people in relationships, and it's like, if you're in a relationship, it's like, why is your spouse or your partner acting like they're a devil? so and don't think anything of it either. Yeah. So go into a little bit more of that. Well, to go a little bit further into that, so you have those that are spiritual teachers, not all, but some, that, all right, they're only at a level of helping others, which is nothing wrong with that. And they get rewarded by helping others, like through readings and stuff, but they're also keeping the system going at the same time, meaning people aren't always ready to free themselves, so they're kind of keeping them a part of the system, but the spiritual reader isn't always ready to go to the next level of breaking out of the system. And those that are breaking out of the system, obviously you feel like you're losing your mind and everything else, because humanity can evolve, but it's not going to evolve. It doesn't want to. Some people feel like they're evolving, but they actually aren't. And maybe they are to a certain level, but it's not really to the level of, so because you can actually get your consciousness to level to where you feel the astral realm, the spirit realm, where you feel like you actually can leave your body technically. Obviously, you're here for your contract, but like first chance you get, you're out of here. I don't think most people have that. Well, they're not conscious of it because they need this world for some reason. And some of us are ready to hit the delete button. Get me out of here. Say, when does humanity go to evolve? Ever? Some will. I mean, you have future generations, but there's still going to be a back and forth of the world moving forward. But yeah, so. But yeah, the spirit guides. So one way of just acknowledging, you might not know all your spirit team and all that, but if you feel like something's not right, you put the intention to clear out that energy, to have a better, like firing your guides, firing your higher self, whatever it is. You feel like something's not right, it's not going to hurt you to do that. You're just firing. You're not going to fire somebody good. You're just getting rid of the crap. I've actually felt guides actually quit. I had that recently, which is good. That's a good thing. You want them to leave because you don't want them to stick around. They suck. Yeah, literally, just fall. It's a little, barely heard it, but I heard it. It's like good riddance. God, these guys are just—I don't think they know what the hell they're doing most of the time. But I think that's why we get mediocre guides, so that we could teach them and teach, for reasons. They understand how the spirit world works. I mean, I had a corrupt guide that helped me understand the spirit world. It's kind of crappy. You have to kind of have to experience it to know it. The other one I heard about was a person that had a shopping addiction out of nowhere. It was actually a spirit guide that interfered with their energy field. So anyway, so that's a little bit of a let's see how far else I can go. But I think it's helped to cleanse your space. It's not going to hurt. It's absolutely not going to hurt you. Yeah, because there are psyops here, through the governments, and it has happened before the government even started becoming a government. Giving us false dreams, messing with us, my lab type of stuff. That's been going on forever. For this is the age of time, giving us whatever it is to program us to get us to get in a relationship that's just going to make you want to jump out a window, stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been going on for eons. Now they're coming out more with it, how the government's doing. It's not just the government, it's just a system here. So, anyway, Lookout Mountain Air Force Station. It's in California. It's where they do, well, at least they did. I think I talked about this before, but it's been a while. It came up recently. They used to, like, for nuclear bombs and testing, they would take the pictures, videos, and I think they would put them all together there. But then they cleared it out, and now an actor is living there. Why the hell would you want to live there? I thought there was a lot of MK Ultra there too. And the Orion Insectoids. So this I've been doing more channel text again. The next book, whenever that's going to come out. This will be a little bit quicker if I have time to work on it. The Orion's the insectoid being. So obviously there are good insectoid beings like a butterfly. I guess some mantis are good. Yeah, some are good, and so on. But then you get insectoid beings that are not good, like infiltrators. Hornet beings are not so great. Some of them are good, some are not so good. Flies. Some flies are good, a lot of them are not good, and so on. So they infiltrate a world through bugs, and so they wonder how a world gets corrupted. Because also archons can be bug beings too. Of course, archon beings can be demonic energies at the same time, but they can look bug-like. So the bugs, like I said, not all bugs are bad. Far from it, but there are bugs. The termites, the parasites. You can go on and on with that one. So it's like a bug for everything, right? Even if you have a home, there's like termites for that, but then there's other bugs they'll eat your house. It's like, geez, there's no end to it. So yeah, that's another part of the Orion manipulation. So just to give you an aspect of that. So I think that's all I got for that for the moment. Where am I going? This is Avatar Con. We have 4 sessions. Yeah, the scheduler. We have the shop here. I forget where I'm at. I'm in March 24th or something like that. Same situation here. Or, yeah, it's not 21st, I think. March 21st. This webinar, social network. And I have a Discord, but I haven't posted it yet. And I'm behind the scenes here. And we have the space conference coming up. The link is down below. And also, if you want to book schedule early, this is the place to do it. Scheduler here, so on. Anyway, just for May. And then where else are we going to go? Not him yet. So this is Lookout Mountain. And Of course, now that people are living there, yeah, which is I don't know. I mean, all these actors are clones anyway, right? They're part of some kind of elite system, bred on another planet somewhere. So, but yeah, Lookout Mountain's still kind of I mean, to live there is spooky. I mean, it's a military base, and now it's someone's house. So then that kind of I don't know. Is that somewhere you would want to live? I understand a cloned out actor would want to live there. They're probably going to do drugs there anyway, but I guess the view is good, but still has an eerie energy. Now they tore it down, and that's different, but they didn't do that. It's a little bit more on the. I guess they just did the satellite, the images, and all that. That's my guess. Yeah, editing rooms. They just put it all together. And this Spielberg has kind of a link to, maybe not a complete link to it. Anyway, it was like a Psycho. I think it was like in his 20s or 30s. Yeah, it looks a lot different now than he did then, but back then he was kind of like a sociopath. So, and it was a connection to, what was it, the Twilight Zone, which makes sense. They had an incident on a Twilight Zone movie. And movie. Yeah, there was some stuff that went down on the movie itself. They had an accident happen. I think that's it. Yeah, and he was like, I think some children died during it also, and he just didn't give a shit. So it was just it was covered up, and it's just, that's in the movie. Yeah, no surprise there. So there's like an occult, some kind of occult situation that happened there. So anyway, not the best vibrations, let's put it that way. Yeah, far from it. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to connection here. So yeah, the spirit world and its corruption, and people that went for like Trump and Elon Musk as your heroes. More power to you on that one. Yeah, what can go wrong? They need these heroes to save people. I'm not sure if that's the best. Well, that's up to the individual there. My background hasn't been torn down yet. That's kind of strange. So, all right, we're going to astral realm. A little bit deeper into that. Even of course, alien beings can be easily corrupted. You can go on and on with that. So Lookout Mountain, I can channel some of those frequencies. Something at least to give a point of view of it. And then Orion Insectoid energies, that's pretty obvious, right? Just let that energy flow. But the spirit world connections, I mean, I'm not sure if many are at that level of healing that. I mean, they're still trying to figure it out, let alone heal it. That you just gotta trust and understand you need to trust, but to heal that energy, some give their trust to just give it away, like you give it away to a politician, like you give it to Elon Musk or Trump, you just give your power away just like that. And that's what keeps us locked in here. If that's your deal, that's your deal. Not all of us need to be trapped here. Some of us need to let this place go. Put your information out there the best you can and let humanity decide if they want to just go back in time, go back to the 1980s, go back to the 70s, go back to the 1700s. That's up to you. That's up to humanity. You never know. There always can be a reset where all this can go away. You never know. Why not? Where they call it, they have a reset. In the United States it's given a different name. And some European countries disappear, and we just kind of go back and we go backwards. Because we haven't learned our lessons. So you can say the world can fail technically and be held back a grade or demoted. It can happen. Doesn't mean you have to be. You go where you need to go. If you need to go Advance yourself. Advance yourself. You don't need to go, fail with everybody else. Yeah, it's failure. It doesn't have to be looked at that way, but it's kind of like that. You know, just they like it where it is. So, but if you want to evolve, definitely evolve in the way that works for you, for sure. Yeah, believe whatever you want, whatever works. Who cares? I know so many people put in a big. It's like my truth is your truth. It's everybody's different. So, anyway, all right. Okay, we're going to the spirit world energies. All right. Yeah, archangel energy sounds about right. All right. Blessings. Greetings. This is God consciousness. Blessings. You can believe whatever you want to believe. This is God or not God. It doesn't really matter. But the souls that go through corruption are learning about their darkness through you. So it's up to you to go through their darkness with them. You'd be surprised how many friends you have in the spirit world. And sometimes, yes, you backtrack because other spirit beings they're not really ready for a physical experience. So you bring it to them. And realize also if they put you in a situation that you don't need to be in, it can get a spirit guide to actually it gets them closer to having an incarnation here. So many are very reluctant, but as they pull in that darkness within themselves, it connects them more to the physical. And they get more used to it, then they end up being physical beings over time. Some learn through darkness. Now, some obviously many do learn through light also, but some need darkness too. They pull on bad habits, but for some, that's how they learn. Some learn through positive experiences, some learn through dark experiences. So it all balances out in the long run. It's just not easy because this world is like throwing a bucket of water over your head. That's like that's size of a football stadium. It can be a little bit much. So why you choose to have spirit beings that also shows that you're getting closer to the higher realms, meaning you're getting more closer to those that are controlling your society. Let's put it that way. You're getting more connected to the elite realm that's here. And you can see it if you want to. There's a lot to be. You don't have to concentrate too much, but it's basically those that are controlling your reality. So those of you that are seeing it more or feeling it more, most likely that realm will come closer to you. But not in a way to absorb you, take you over. And they might interfere with you a little bit. But that's why the more you become aware of it, the more you can heal yourself. And that's what you're here to learn is how to protect yourself from all these oddities that are here. Well, this world is the Wild West. It was never meant to be easy here. Even Mother Earth herself, there's different aspects of Mother Earth of why this world is the way it is, but her dark side cannot. She cherished the dark side of the universe and wanted to learn from it. It's kind of like basically wearing darker clothing, being more radical, trying things out. A lot of the corruption within Atlantis was, came through Gaia for the Atlanteans to learn about themselves. You can say part of her felt like the Atlanteans are a little pretentious. They were very arrogant of their ways and they needed to learn about who they really were. Basically, you can say they're lying to themselves. So part of Mother Earth's vibration is like, she has her darkness, but she's balanced. That's which is not easy. But when you have Atlantean beings here that think they can do no wrong, and you have to teach them, like that's not. You need to learn lessons here. You're here to help humanity, and now you're taking human and animal and combining it together and saying that's all right, and how they're going about it is not healthy. So they have to learn their lessons and be removed from reality. Of course, they're still here to a certain level, of course. But that's up to humanity now to remember. Now, humanity can learn a lot from the controllers of this earth. That's why this is happening. Human trafficking, everything is just learning. It's the low vibrations. Yes, you're speeding yourself up for your growth. You wonder why always one problem after the other. Your souls are actually growing, expanding tremendously, and that's why. But obviously, this has to come to an end. It can't last forever. But many in the human race obviously are holding on to it. Well, they're not at the level to release these challenges yet. But that's what you're here to teach them to let go of these challenges. They can learn from these challenges and move forward, but they're not sure what forward means. So you have the religions that split people apart. So it's always going to be this world's always going to be complicated. It's always going to be a challenge for the universe. There will be a time eventually where humanity will become more aware of itself, but not quite yet. But the spirit beings now obviously the lighter beings in the spirit world, they actually encourage darkness to be understood. They encourage you to now obviously they tell you what you're getting yourself into. Now you listen to that's another story. But they do encourage growth. And that's what this is all about. Now it's up to the soul to put a stop to it, asking for assistance, put a stop to it, asking for your friends to stop drinking or stop causing, crime, stop robbing places, things like that, stop lying. But the person has to say that. Others might say, you need to stop lying all the time. You need to start telling the truth. But it's the individual that's doing this needs to want to change. And obviously, many not here want to change just yet. Many feel like they don't have a problem. And so that's where the soul. So if the soul is possessed by demonic energies, they feel like they don't have a problem. That's their home. And yes, some are completely arrogant. It means they have a lot of darkness within themselves. They're exploring. Not ready to heal yet. And some of you can do their best to heal it, but sometimes you just have to step away. Because they'll just absorb you and stop you in their direction. So yeah, pulling away from people is not a bad thing. Not when they're absorbing you and actually taking you off track, which many can do that. So, what's this? Greetings. Greetings, we are energies from spirit. Greetings, your Lookout Mountain. That's connected to your government. So it shows your government has not fully left. It is still there. Why somebody would live in an Air Force base, Air Force station, whatever it is, some kind of government facility. So it shows also who is being controlled. Who would want to live in something like that? So it shows that they have something in common. So it is a partial disclosure. Now, is society ready to understand that? Eventually. But government energies are everywhere, as you can see, facilities that are Archon bases for the most part. Mind control. Government is mind control. And of course, it goes into Hollywood, of course. So you have a Hollywood actors living in a military base, and both of them are under military mind control. So it takes one to know one. So just basically, it's like they're going home. I feel comfortable here in my government mind controlled, climate controlled reality. So most of your Hollywood is under control, not all of it, but quite a bit of it, of course. And there's always experiments, new ones coming through. right now creativity is not as powerful as it well because more people are becoming more aware of themselves, and so they don't want to make entertainment fun anymore. They want to make it more difficult. They want to make everything hard. As you can see with government, with the war situation, they don't, as you know, food supplies that don't really, which is maybe manipulated. So yeah, they're just trying to make, and it's obviously it is speeding up the ascension for some people. It is part of the disclosure of seeing the corruption, but many are just so hard headed they're just going to continue on with this. But some of you are going through a great deal of difficulties. You're also going to receive a lot of knowledge about your galactic self, your past, your future, your spiritual connections, the alien energies. Doesn't mean you'll have an alien interaction because the vibrations here are so low, so difficult for an alien being to be here. Obviously, there are many reptilian beings who would love to show themselves, but not allowed to. Yes, you can easily have a reptilian / human reality. Now, yes, the hippopotamus beings or the other ones, they don't want to be seen here. The alien beings, you have enough to deal with as it is. But as humanity starts to evolve, more of the alien species that are here become more known through download. You get synchronicities. Like, wow, I'm connecting to like a mongoose being, and someone else is connected to a mongoose being, and that other person is connected to a mongoose being. So there must be something going on. So it shows that humanity is ready to start looking at the animal kingdom a little more clearly. Maybe not right now. Well, soul identity is happening right now. Souls are trying to figure themselves out. And when you get to a certain level of understanding yourself, your knowledge becomes more normal part of society, meaning that those that are going to spiritual development quickly understand their Palladian, Syrian, Arcturian lives very quickly, and then they go deeper into that. Many of you are just open up the doors to that and getting people used to that. You're getting used to it yourselves. So this is kind of like the black and white age of reality, like the movies are black and white. This is kind of the black and white time period. Eventually add more color. There is color now, but more of your knowledge become easier for society to accept. As more people will become spiritual over time, some are connected to cults. So those people that are a part of cults are just not ready to take responsibility for themselves yet. They need a family. They don't have a family at home, so they connect to a cult family. Even if it is corrupt, at least they're nice to them. As long as the cult is nice to them, they'll stay there. As soon as the cult becomes vicious to them, then they have to reject that family. So yeah, those are some that have, yes, daddy issues, mother issues, and so on. Yes. Well, because they come from an unloving home. So that's why. Blessings. Greetings. We have the Pleiadians. Greetings to you. About the Orion frequencies, not to say the Pleiadians are perfect. We have our issues also. Some beings I feel like they're going to be perfect and try to get people to be perfect here in your reality, Botox and perfect hair and all of this, and really overdo it. So genetic engineering in your finest, but Orion insectoid energies, yes, are rampant on your planet. There always going to be a world where there is some kind of insectoid frequency, but that came with the world itself as it's being created. But then when you add nanotechnology type of insectoid beings, which are here on your planet, that create realities and cause a lot of difficulties for your society to think, because insectoid beings can remove thoughts and alter your reality around you. And it's difficult to catch, you notice how insects are difficult to deal with at your home, but think about the planet itself. Once the infection happens, it's difficult to reverse. Especially when you have a human race that's not aware that these insectoid beings are here to cause difficulties. So now if you're an alien race and you know about it, you can clear it out. But if you're a human race already shut down and you have alien beings that can only do so much here. This is part of your experience. So eventually, humanity will start to look at things differently. It's up to the human race here. So as your frequencies change, the insectoid energies will become less, at least the manipulation side of it. You'll still have insectoid beings, but you just feel like there's more of a loving frequency here. So, yeah, the insect beings are complicated. A lot of them are nano type beings, artificial intelligence, not all of them, but quite a few have been infiltrated from other realities.